Oh, but I'm excited. I'm very excited right now. Oh, this might shake things up even more interestingly. We're gonna have to see how this is all gonna pan out, guys, because this could be very, very freaky, like end of week 7 and storyline for week 8. Definitely not Ratlands. Yes, fully, these are semis. We got Cypher versus Silencep and CNZ versus somebody. I'm not sure who yet. Poles, aka Bingalot, or Flowey71. Have we lost a player? We may have lost Cypher. Get anxious when the match. Yeah, when you play ranked duel, or you're queuing up for it, it's like, that's my opponent. There's a sudden breath of anxiety. Oh, Silencep's just disappeared for a second? I'm just confused. I'm so confused. But it looks like the bracket's going to need to catch up a little bit. We might be able to catch the other semi-final after this one. I feel it especially when I'm streaming Chaotic, because I know that there's always a chance that I can get sniped. I feel a bit more relaxed when I'm like dueling off stream. But it's still there a little bit. I agree, Pierre Goya. Sirius is an exceptionally talented singer. That is a incredible. I'd say his singing is as good as his LG. Don't scare me, censored. I think we're just waiting on. Oh, Silencep then. Okay. Don't encourage him, Tors, okay? Don't encourage him. Ince has turned up. What's up? Right. Hopefully this is going to work this time. We can get the semi going. I want to see if Silencep's like changed up his game at all, because we could be adding a little bit of Cajun pepper to this one. You heard Silencep is practicing a lot with Claw. Might be true. Claws has been in game. It looks like Silencep is having some issues still. I know FaZe was saying that he was like helping him out with some stuff recently. Silencep's computer's been a bit weird lately, apparently. So we're gonna hold on again. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. I wonder if Claus is still playing, because he was playing it earlier while the tournament was going on. It looks like, yeah, he's off. He's off now. But he was playing earlier. This guy's the headline right now is that CIS is not in the tournament and is out in top 32. And is looking for probably a miracle in order to get himself through now to Lucca. I don't know. So some people might not know, but Claus and Silencep have been like best friends for a long time. And the fact that that they could be practicing together, or Claus could be like helping Silencep skill up, is incredibly feasible. Which is kind of scary when you got someone like Claus who's trying to help you get even better at duel. Silencep and Claus, I'd say actually mechanically they're very different in terms of how they execute their shots, but in terms of the effect that they have and how potent they can be with their shots, they're actually pretty similar, I'd say. They both can do ludicrous amounts of damage. But Silencep's always been more of a team player than a dueler, so when he's having someone who's... I would say Claus is definitely not a purebred dueler, but a very strong dueler, helping him out, that's pretty scary. Guys, let's not over speculate, okay? Genic, CIS is having a lot of personal problems. Well, let's not go into too much detail about them. He just needs to sort his shit out, and I hope that he's doing really well, or I hope that he can at least, you know, recover from whatever's happening. But that's it. I hope I don't have to keep saying this. Well, Juan and Silencep are also really good friends, so he would probably already was helping him out. But if Claus has been getting involved recently too, then it's like double effectiveness, right? Because when Juan's not teaching you, Claus is going to teach you, and vice versa. Of course, Latromi who was like one of the fastest retirements in Quick Champions. He had a great 2017, what can we say? Alright, these guys, we're back on again. Hopefully Silencep's all good. Both the players are here. Gonna turn that music off. Semi-finals are beginning. These are really big game at the moment for both of these players. Let's see who's gonna get the better of each other. We've got a Visor versus Galena game. I'm going to start off on Silencep, who it feels almost weird seeing him play this champion, even though he would have played it a lot in 2v2. But normally he's got the very like eccentric champion picks out. This time seems to be very stable. Right under the LG. Forcing his way into it. Cypher's going to go down quickly. He committed very hard to the fight, and Silencep's like, yeah, I'll play your game. But I think for Silencep it's a question of how solid can his timing be throughout the duration of the game. There's another light down at the bottom. He hasn't got rockets yet, so I like that he's maintaining upper position for the time being. But it's certainly a good start to have. I think he knows. Okay, he didn't quite sense that he's on the bottom floor, but... Ooh. This could hurt a bit. He hasn't got many ways out. This is scary now. And Cypher's bang on with his shots. Absolutely bang on. Barely took any damage whatsoever. Silencep, yeah. Feeling the pain just then. He's managing to contest control early on, but he has got to do laps of the map in order to get himself some weapons. But, Cypher doesn't have to feel painfully out of a lead for long. Going with the shotgun. Interesting weapon choice, but he's going to get closed out with a midi. Cypher now takes the lead for himself. There was even less time than him catching up. That was quick work from him. Oh, 60 damage into a rail. Stacks are pretty similar now, but Cypher now has to back up onto a mega health. He knows that's open to him for pretty much as long as he wants, so taking a peek into middle map. Oh my god, 100 damage. Silencep still managed to find like a trickle of damage at the end, but he needs some HP. He might. Is he going to fight for the heavy? I think he is. Crazy work from Silencep. Good challenge. Very good challenge. That's a great reaction on that rail. Excuse me guys, my throat's killing me. There's, I think, all the totems on the map disappeared. Has been spotted. We've got a good rocket. Follow-up rocket's fantastic. Silencep can back off. I don't know how much he's got in the way of resources. He's got a 25. He's got a light, and he's got the mega health. So he's not doing badly at all. But 2 rails. Cypher's going to try and follow up. A little bit of healing for Silencep, but he's certainly being pressured a lot. And with the nails, can't hit enough. Cypher even seems to have a good rotation on that lower light armor, which is making life very complicated for Silencep, who I think was stationary for just a bit too long then. Just trying to find a pixel, but the little archway just getting in the way of his vision. I'd say Cypher looks very comfortable at the moment. Silencep hasn't been able to get that out of control damage enough. Although I think his item game seems to be improving compared to normal. It seems to be preventing him from, I don't know, wanting to fight as much. Oh my god. LG, there's a bit of healing though. There's actually a chance for Silencep. He's got a good rocket, but he can't follow up. Just pure spammage there from Cypher. The right move to make. Silencep's got a chance to get back into this very soon. He has a heavy available for him. I think it's quite difficult for him to traverse fast over to the mega health, so Cypher is going to be able to stack up. It's still a little freaky though for Cypher. I don't really understand why Silencep took that position though. He didn't need it. I think he's going to try and defend on this heavy. Alright, smart. I was nervous. That was a disgusting rail, by the way. I was nervous that Silencep was just going to put himself even more at risk. I just didn't really like the way he went up to the upper part of the map. Dude, that LG is insane from Silencep. But how did he get so much damage over there? Direct rocket, but some items have just spawned for Silencep. We're getting towards the portion of the game now where Silencep's got to be able to take control of the map and now have his own way with Cypher, so to speak. Right now, control is very much challenged by Cypher. And Silencep's not been able to set up enough totems. He puts one up and it's kind of gone. He's had a lot of combat totems too.
Balls out.
21 goddamn years from Woody, man. Thanks very much. I appreciate you. This Cypher doesn't do much with that piercing sight. He's got information. He knows he can get a free heavy. But beyond that, it's, yeah, not helped him a whole lot. Heavy up soon. Silencep's been very passive. It's really time to heat up the aggression. Stacks are similar. We have a piercing sight. Don't think Silencep would have heard that. He might have guessed that it was just used, given the shot that was just fired off over at the rail from down below. Cypher's playing quite slippery. He knows he's just got to keep the scoreline going. If you die, things get very tricky. Like if you die once, we just get out. You see, he's aware that Silencep is there. I've got a good stack, but I don't want to really, you know, mitigate my opportunities. That was a very nice rail shot from Silencep. Reacting in time. Heavy's going to be up in a moment. Heavy machine gun would have been a very nice switch there from Silencep. He's starting to go for it. Ooh, this rail does make things a little interesting. So Cypher hangs around for way too long. Way too long. Now this is fascinating. Does he know where he's gone? Spitting out a couple of shots. He has found him. LG in hand. He's hitting a lot, but it's going to be a mutual frag. I wonder if he put a totem down, if he could maybe block something. So we've got Cypher, who's going to be able to get himself on heavy. Silencep has got... What weapons? He'll have lightning gun. He'll have mega. I feel like Cypher's doing better at the moment, given the amount of time there is left. We've got a missed shot. Follow up here, but the rockets are absolutely perfect from Cypher. I think that's kind of GG-ish at the moment. Silencep's just got to go crazy if he wants to make this any closer. I think Silencep was just a little bit quiet this game. Had a good start. Mid-ground was a little bit passive. He put himself into some overly aggressive positions when he should have been more defensive. And he kind of didn't speak up when he should have been more aggressive. His aim's been good, but yeah, Cypher, it's Blood Covenant. He seems to be finally be getting the results he's been looking for on this map. Oh man, that follow-up would have been absolutely tasty. Silencep desperately looking for one more. He might get it. Oh, he might not. That's the GG right there, guys. Cypher wins map 1. We're going to go over to Molten Falls next. Definitely Cypher favorited for this one. I think he's favorited for the next 2, but maybe not quite as much. Cypher's going to play Slash versus Silencep's Ranger. And there was a period where Silencep would practice over and over. I think it was on the lead up to QuakeCon 2018, in fact. But he spent an enormous amount of time practicing dire orbs on bots, and that's all he did. So I would expect Silencep to feel very confident with doing high burst damage with Ranger. One of the problems with Cypher a little bit is he doesn't always respect the dire orbs enough. He does tend to fall into those kind of traps where he's feeling good, he's doing good damage, but he doesn't account for like a sudden direct rocket to dire orb blast, which is like 225 straight damage. And if he's playing Slash, that could spell a bit of disaster. So I think Silencep's definitely got his chances on Molten Falls, but there's it's Slash from Cypher. If he plays a careful game and poises himself at the right moments, and when the orb is down, then Cypher can absolutely take it. I'm going to quickly check the bracket to see how far we're along with an other game. We still don't have an outcome for Bingalot and Flowey. If you guys check the pinned message on my Discord, discord.gg/thisiszoot, on the Quake channel, you can see some stats for all QPL champions, courtesy of work that Papa Smurf and Shek Quake have done.
Round begins in 3, 2,
Let's move into map 2, guys. Cypher's 1-0 up with Silencep. Actually, I'll go to Cypher off the start. Can't wait for the DK. I don't know if we'll get to the DK. Really, it's uncertain. Very uncertain. Silencep is Dutch, guys. And he's one of the biggest sweethearts you'll ever meet. He's this cuddly, soft-spoken, just sweet guy. Had a little sound cue just then. First rocket's gonna miss. Oh my god, Silencep actually just wrecked him there. Had a nice little combo. I don't think Cypher was expecting the output to be quite as intense as it was. Silencep should have just heard the heavy getting taken. No excuses not to have timing on that. Missed Rel, you expect him to hit those normally every time. Wow. That follow-up rocket, the reaction on that was so quick. So he's got mega health. He should have a light armor available. He won't be able to get the heavy once more. Don't think he got the timing, but hearing that bounce pad, he should definitely have a guess at it. The thing is, he's checked. What the... What? What just happened? He just took control of heavy and didn't get anything for it. Where did he fall off? Silencep's like, thanks for the freebie, I guess. He should have just heard heavy then. I love that comment. The mouse is just too light. LG catching him in the air. Cypher in trouble here. Almost surprised he's not going for the orb, but he's kind of always got it in the back pocket. Rodan with a 13 months, dude. Thank you very much, man. Oh. This is super standard item control, though, from the two players. They're following very similar routes over and over. Silencep does need to look at his ammo management a little bit. Ooh. Oh, that hurts. He stuck around too long and his timing was just off. He should respawn and be able to get himself over to the heavy. I don't think he's not going for it because he'd be stuck down there. I think that's quite a sensible move, actually, from Silencep. I don't hate what he did. But he needs to get out of here. And he just goes right through again. Cypher's not falling for anything. Silencep, that risky move at the mega health didn't play off. Oh, the orb is just a bit late, so we're 2 for 2. Is he going to drop with the rail? Oh, that's a good shot. That's a really important rail. That light's not going to spawn for a few moments. This means that Silencep can probably get himself onto heavy. This game's just got really interesting. So he should have rail LG. No rockets on Silencep. Another rail for Silencep. Cypher just claws his way out of there. Can he get on this? Silencep doesn't hear the item. I'm very worried about the lack of information that Silencep's been getting on heavy for more or less the entire game. A lot of damage from Cypher. And that's such a good rail shot. The reaction there, unreal. Phenomenal work from Cypher. There's only rail for Silencep. He's going to orb his way out. But he's missing. He's missing some rails. He needed one more to almost make that death worth it. This gets a bit complicated now. He's just got the machine gun. Cypher's respecting a bit. Dude, the machine gun damage from Silencep is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Does anyone see that clip on Reddit where he's hitting 70% starting machine gun? It's just intense. It's so much damage. Well, there is a light available for him. This isn't all bad, and there's 225s. Can he fight over on heavy fast enough? It's like no, and there's no rail coming out the other side. So Cypher's got full overstack. Oh my god, what a clutch play. What the hell was that from Silencep? This guy's got balls, is all I can say. This guy's got balls. Going for that is actually disgusting. You hit that, you deny heavy, and you put yourself in the lead. He does need rockets quite badly. I think there's a rocket crate right there, but he's not gone for it. So I hope he doesn't realize he's not got any rockets. He needs to realize he's not heard the heavy. Silencep's in a really bad place. Silver lining is he's got an orb. He should know that this just got taken. I'd love for him to get rockets because he's done so much work with that weapon. Looks like he's eventually going to go for it. He's finally heard a timing. He hasn't heard a timing in ages. It'd all just be guessing work from it. That rail now equalizes things a lot. And he's hit the follow-up. All of a sudden, Silencep is at an advantage, even after that rail. He should know heavy timing too. Crazy, man. This is a really, really intense game at the moment. Oh, what was that, dude? Like, what are these rails? Okay, he knows where he is. He needs that light to spawn now. Freaky, man. This is really, really freaky. If you want a tiebreaker map, then you're sweating at the moment. Silencep seems to be slightly outplayed. Orb. You got an orb, dude. So late, man. The wrong weapons there from Silencep. I think that's going to cost him the whole game. This is so difficult to get back in now. Very, very stressful moment for Silencep. I thought it was very dangerous from Cypher too, but because of the weapon mismanagement from Silencep, it gave him a huge edge in that fight. But it was definitely scary when he went around the corner. Silencep's now got orb. He's not hitting enough though. His plasma trail work is a lot, and I think Silencep is... Well, he's somehow alive still, but not for long. That is going to be 6-4. And it looks like Cypher is going to be winning the semi-finals. And there's just some mad rush right at the end of the game because Silencep can do nothing else. Silencep is so close to being able to step up that level. That's GG's. Really nice effort from Silencep. But played even better from Cypher. He had a control for a good portion of the game. We will mention briefly that he jumped off the map. I don't know how. Like, Silencep wasn't even on the screen. It was for us, but there was the Cypher mystery there. So Cypher has gained himself plus 225 points guaranteed. Bloody-teed. God, I hope Silencep's going to keep grinding it, because I reckon if Silencep can't make this season, which he probably can't anymore, he can certainly make season 3. Take care, Sterix, man. I hope you enjoyed the games. Alright, I need to figure out what